The 80% rule is in effect throughout the week of racing, and it looks like his day is done. Appreciate you racing. You still got plenty of opportunities this week. Start to get with short track on Friday, and I'm sure we'll see Reed out here throwing punches come Saturday morning.
Yeah, the 30-plus years of mountain bike racing across just about every discipline, well, every discipline of cycling, from BMX all the way to road racing. I can tell you what, man, you can prepare and do everything right, but man, if your body is just not feeling it on a race day, that's it, man. You can't, there's nothing you can do.
Again, all eyes on that back stretch of the course. You know, they spend a lot of time down in the woods and off the mountainside here in Centennial, and just gotta wonder if this wind is gonna play a factor on the backside of the course, as it is just wide open in the field as they approach back to the finish line.
Yeah, these young 17 to 18-year-olds, very experienced riders, a lot of them coming up through the junior rankings and the high school series. You know, they're going to default to instinct, man. They're going to feel that wind coming in, the shape of the peloton, so to speak, which is coming over the hill right now, is going to be affected by that wind, and look at that. And then there were 4 off the front. Where is everybody else? Well, they're way behind, that's all I know. Here they come.
Looks like a sea of Bear National jerseys mixed in there with Ian Ackert. And he's leading them through this time to go with 3 to go. You can't sort out your top 4 shortly.
So in that E group, Dan English, Raulito Gutierrez, Magnus White, Nicholas Konechny. Your top 4 right here, coming around with Bear National Team in control. But I'll tell you what, man, Ian Ackert, a very decorated rider, a lot of skill, a lot of talent there. I think he can handle himself in the Bears Den. And check out that rider number 168, Ezra Caudell from Approach Gravity Academy, trying to bridge back up. But look at that, we're seeing a surge there from our leaders in the top 4, man. That pace is not slowing down.
It is not, I think it's just picking up. There comes Will Mertens, local to Fayetteville, racing for Buffalo Devo. Cool to see a local in the mix in the top 10 in this UCI stage.
Yeah, also in there, the Austin, Texas rider for Team Texas Devo, Gabriel Payne, having a great ride. Speaking of rides, we had to give him a ride to and from the airport for the Vail Lake race, man. Great kid.
Once again, huge field, almost 100 athletes taken to the start line in our men's UCI XCO Junior 17-18. But right now, all eyes on the front, as it is a lead group of 4 setting the pace with those Bear National teams, what we call the Bear Den.
In this group coming through, Henry Coon, Luke Harris, Miles Mattern. There's Luke Harris and Luke Mosteller as well. How's that top 10 rounding out there, Brandon? So a little correction on that top 5 there. That top 5 including Ezra Condell from Gravity Academy in 5th, Nicholas Konechny in 4th, Dan English in 3rd, both from the Bear National team. Magnus White for Boulder Junior Cycling. He was the rider in the red jersey we saw. Then Raulito Gutierrez, the other Bear National team rider, set the pace there as they rolled through with 3 laps to go. Emil Kelson, Nathan Dunn, Frederick Klein, Caleb Lopez, Rhett Bates, and Oliver Smith, some of the last few riders that are working their way towards that lap finish arch. This pairing there is 203 and 227 there. Rhett Bates and Caleb Lopez. You see these riders kind of pairing off a little bit, hoping to kind of work together when they get in those windy sections and hopefully pull back a few places. Not easy to do, but this rider right here, all by himself. That's rider number 204, Harrison Hale. That's a tough spot to be in because you have nobody to work with you in the wind. It's a little tough to pace off of somebody, and you could have somebody coming up on you and you can't quite see. And here we go here, rider 167. That is Javier Vasquez trying to get Jeremy Laflamme to come around and take a pull. Laflamme saying no thanks.
Comes Sterling Maples, another Arkansan coming through there with Buffalo Devo. Followed by Noah Johnson with Motor Mile Racing. More racers make their way through our Talladega-like turn. Oliver Eves, Aiden Brown, Noah Bott. Followed by Blake Keeling coming through with 3 to go. Gentlemen, 3 to go. Wade Sharp leading another group in. Isaac Angeloni with Oz Development, another local out of Northwest Arkansas. Beckett Sharp, Isaac Gerber, Kate Bossler. Max Johnson in the mix, as is Odin Road. Kevin Strada with Trek Puerto Rico. 11 different countries represented this week here at the U.S. Pro Cup. Truly international event. As folks came from far and wide to join us here in Fayetteville, Arkansas for UCI inscripted Olympic-style cross-country racing all week long.
Yeah, not only are the incredible trails here at Centennial Park and the exciting racing a big draw, but man, those coveted UCI points for those call-ups, man. These kids want them, they need them, they are looking for them and hunting them down today.
And that's right, and today, for this race specifically, it's 10 deep, so race finish critical. Finishing within that top 10 earns you those critical UCI points here early season.
Mason Brown, Darren Collin, Ryder Vance, and Kruslik are our last few riders through. And they are 3 to go, so roughly 2.5 for our leaders right now. They're working their way through that 3rd lap.
Alex Keeling, Jose Adams, Hale Nickel making their way through.
take you where you wanna be. You can be my luck. Even if the sky is falling down, I know that we'll be safe and sound.
An orange seal. Dell Technologies Experience Fayetteville, Harvest Bank. Of course, our good friends at the Lewis Automotive Group. Got the eyeballs train over there on. Field on the backstretch pedestrian tunnel here. Any moment now, we expect to see our leaders coming through again. Raulito Gutierrez, Magnus White, Danny English, Nicholas Konechny, and Ezra Caldwell in that top four. And we're starting to form a gap there to the rest of the field.
Yeah, you got to think about Magnus White out there battling it out with what you call the Bears Den, as three of our top four riders currently wearing those Bear national team jerseys.
Yeah, it does not make it easy, especially with, we've had some pretty good, significant morning breezes this morning. Having three riders from a whole different team out there, forcing you to be out in the wind and using those team tactics against you to kind of wear you down a little bit. Obviously not cheating, not playing dirty or anything like that, but there's definitely some little tricks that a well-seasoned cyclist will use to wear down his competitors, and when you have more than one person joining in that bunch, that makes it tricky. So the group of four is now the group of three, and what we're seeing is plenty of Bear national team in there, but we're also still seeing that red jersey of the Boulder Junior cycling rider Magnus White, well entrenched in the Bears Den there. There's T. Jackson from Weight Endurance Cycling. Not far behind him, our leader is going to be rolled through as we start to see more riders stream and crest over the pedestrian tunnel there on the backstretch. And here come your leaders.
Up and out the saddles, they make their way through what we call that Talladega turn and drop back down to the tarmac for this 100-meter section of asphalt to the start finish, where they're going to get the 2 to go.
2 to go, riders, 2 to go.
Race director Ty Katie just kicking it in the sunshine over there, looking good.
Yeah, he does that well. I kind of wondered why he's not on the cover of Sports Illustrated.
Well, somebody's got to hold up that fence, and he's doing a great job at it.
Yeah, so look at this. Is this Gabriel Payne leading out Chase 1, man, looking cool, calm, and collected. Deal, Will Mertens and Ezra Caudill in there with him.
Yeah, Will jumped up to 6 once again. For us here in Northwest Arkansas, Will Mertens represents Buffalo Depot right out of Northwest Arkansas. Great to see him in the top 10. Get him some early season UCI points if they told.
Dan English and Jacob Roy. Dan English was on the front earlier. He's slipping back down through the rankings just a little bit. Colin O'Neill and Ian Acker are going to be your next couple riders to come rolling through. In fact, here they come. Getting arrow, looking to get tight, decrease that frontal area to slice through the atmosphere a little bit quicker and save those watts. We are 2 to go, riders, 2 laps to go. So this is it as we crest over the middle of the race. We are getting in towards the finish with 2 laps to go. This is where things really start to kind of have to happen, right? It's decision-making time, Brennan, especially for these riders in the groups at the front, that group of 3. Those riders thinking about less of gapping the rest of the field and more about what they're going to do to get away from the riders around them.
Well, we saw that in the first race of the day as people started throwing darts with about 2 to go about this time, so things are going to get just even spicier out here as we look to wrap this one up within the next half hour.
Yeah, official race time, 11 o'clock, coming your way at high noon. That's our U23 men's race, followed by our elite women and U23 women at 2 o'clock. Final race of the day, elite men at 4. Then we go into podiums at 5:30.
Noah Shelton, Jordan Porter, Richard Morris, Luke Mosteller, Felix Anton Leclerc coming through with 2 to go, gentlemen. 2 to go, 2 to go, 2 to go. Rolling through here at the U.S. Pro Cup 2023 in Fayetteville, Arkansas, presented by Walmart. So we're starting to see here, especially in the back of the pack, Brennan, we're starting to see those facial expressions change. Some of those riders looking like they're in a little bit of agony, man. No, Ty's definitely thrown together another tough course here for the U.S. Pro Cup of just under 3 miles around each time with over 300 feet of elevation. You got to wonder if features like that Fayetteville power climb aren't starting to take their toll on these athletes.
Yeah, for sure. And it's funny because, you know, when I grew up racing as a junior, when I was racing these kids' age, we were going to ski resorts with big, high elevation, long, multi-mile climbs at, you know, 9, 10, 11,000 feet. And we looked at elevation, we looked at things like that, and that's what made a race course tough. But anymore, it's so different. And there's no such thing as an easy race course because you just go faster, and the faster you go, the harder it gets.
Well, and that's the Ozarks. So we like to, the mountains aren't real tall, but the valleys are deep. And what I mean by that is we've got the greatest relief between top to bottom, between the Rockies and the Appalachians, can be found right here in Fayetteville in Northwest Arkansas. It absolutely makes for what we call punchy race conditions.
Yeah, no time. You see these riders, man, grabbing their bottles, sitting up, stretching their backs, because this is really the only spot on the course where they get that tiny little bit of relief where they can kind of settle out and kind of catch their breath a little bit before they got to go back into it and hammer away. Riders, you are 2 to go. 2 laps to go.
Jeremy LaFlame, Oliver Eves, Noah Bott, Blake Healing. About mid-pack at this point, 2 to go as they sit up and grab a drink.
Looking at that spread, there are 2 laps to go. Our top 10 exactly a minute apart. Spread 1 minute for our top 10. Looking at our top 20, you're looking at 2 minutes 12 seconds, all the way down to the top 3. Over close to 3.5 minutes for that spread.
Isaac Anzalone with Oz Development. Noah Johnson, Karen Collin, Isaac Gerber, and Kate Bossler making their way through. 2 to go, gentlemen, 2 to go. Rider Isaac Gerber, Kate Bossler, Beck Sharp, Michael Delgado, Kevin Estrada, Odin Road, Evan Curl, Nathan Kuslik, Wade Sharp, and more coming through with 2 to go. Once again, points awarded 10 deep.
The home court advantage here, this being his course. So we shall see. Here we go. Go. Leaf Bryant, Eli DeBloom, Kai Loki, in that group. As Luke Walter, Keegan Field, Nathan Hendon, and Johnny Rayner make their way towards a lap finish arch. One to go, riders. One lap to go. One lap to go, one to go, one to go, one lap to go. Daniel Alvarez, Patrick McDonough, Angel Rodriguez, and Dalton Cook, the next couple through, going out on their final lap. Last lap, one to go, final lap. A little bit of dust on the kit there. I believe that was Patrick McDonough. Looking like he probably took a spill out there at some point. One to go, one to go, one to go. One lap to go, riders. One to go. One lap to go, riders. One lap to go. So the combined list for our U23 and Elite Women's race is now posted both online and over on the call-up board there over by the white tent. Keep in mind to make sure you take a look at that. We're expecting our leaders through to cross the finish line at 11:24. Right now it is one to go for riders like Mason Dabrowski, Aiden Brown, Nathan Dutton, and Harrison Hale. One to go, riders. One lap to go, riders. One lap to go. One to go, riders, one to go. lap to go, 1 to go. A couple of our teammates rolling through there with 1 to go. That was Wade Sharp and Nathan Koselek. One to go, 1 to go. And here we go, our top 3 still all together, man. Magnus White, Rolito Gutierrez, and Nicholas Konechny still in charge at the front, right where they want to be to battle it out for the top spot on the podium. Let's keep our eyes peeled up there to Stonehenge and the Talladega turn. They're going to be coming through any minute now. There's Chase 1 right there. And we see the attack out there as they come wrapping around. That'll be for the final 2 spots on the podium. So here we go. Our leaders getting ready to come through. Keep your eyes peeled. And here they come on the attack Bear National team. And look at that, Magnus White trying to respond, but it looks like it's going to be a Bear National 1-2 quite possibly across the podium. Magnus White not going to let it go that easy. He's going to make him charge hard. Here we go. This is it. And look at that. Whoo! Rolito Gutierrez grabs the win. Correction. Yeah, Rolito Gutierrez, Nicholas Konechny in the number 2 spot. Magnus White rounding out your top 3 in our junior men's 15 to 16. Let's watch out. 2 more spots on the podium up for grabs. Here's rider number 177, Will Mertens coming through. And Will Mertens, what a performance. The local Buffalo Devo rider rolls to 4th place. Big attack right here from who I think that's Gabriel Payne coming in, going for that final spot on the podium, giving it everything he's got. Tongue is out, mouth is open. He grabs that final spot on the podium, so that's your top 5. Gabriel Payne's in 5th. Local boy Will Mertens grabbing the number 4 spot. Magnus White in 3rd. Nicholas Konechny in 2nd. Rolito Gutierrez making that big, powerful attack from the Talladega turn for the win. Next race coming your way here, top of the noon hour. That's our U23 men.